Yeah, I mean, I think I know it's definitely personal for him because he took a lot of offense in what I said for speaking the truth, and he didn't like it. So it was never personal because there's nothing to be personal about. For me, I stated facts. I said what I said. It's 100% the fact, and he took it very personal. So yeah, he's angry. I don't care, and I mean that's it. At the end of the day, I'm here. I'm here for my business. My business is winning, not defending about winning this fight. I'll be honest, I've said it many times in previous interviews where I said I think it was an off night. It was very evident in terms of how he fought. You know, just the whole fight, you could see it. But then I fought Strickland, and my whole perception around that fight changed because now I firsthand experienced what it's like to fight George Strickland. He's hard to hit, and you know, with Izzy, he doesn't throw volume. He throws strikes that, you know, he's pinpoint accurate with his strikes, or at least he tries to be. He's more of a move, hit. And when he fought Strickland, he missed all those shots. Strickland is really good defensively. And that was, when I fought Strickland, I immediately realized that's what happened. I threw volume so I could catch him and I could beat him. But Israel doesn't throw the volume, so every time he threw, he missed the shot. He missed the shots. He had 2, 3 maximum, and he would miss. So originally I thought that Israel had an off night, and then after fighting Strickland and going to watch that fight again, you know, I actually think it was just Strickland that did what he does extremely well, and that style didn't suit Israel at all.
It sounds like, according to Dana White, Strickland's going to be next for whoever comes out this weekend. Is that a fight that interests you, or are you one of these guys who are like, you know, like we hear Islam Makhachev, right? Like, I don't want rematches, I want fresh puzzles all the time. Are you okay with Sean Strickland, or do you think, hey, that Whittaker-Hamzat fight makes more sense to me? How are you feeling about a rematch with Strickland?
Well, the Whittaker-Hamzat fight, I honestly thought, and I actually said as well, I thought that was going to be it but I honestly didn't care. I'm here to beat whoever. You know, the fight that people want to see. That's why this fight is so great for me, that we're fighting Israel Adesanya, because the most people in the fight will want to see myself versus Israel Adesanya. That's the fight that people want to see, and that is at the end of the day what we do. We entertain. We entertain the people. We entertain the crowd. We entertain the people that buys the tickets, buys the pay-per-views, because that's why they do it. They want to be entertained. So for me, I don't mind fighting either one of those two, Strickland, Hamzat, or Whittaker. But all three of those fighters have the pros and cons. Actually, you know, fighting Strickland, a lot of people want to see it, but it's a rematch. But if that's the decision of the UFC, great, let's go for it. Fighting Hamzat, he's never been beaten. Massive, it's going to be a massive fight, just in terms of numbers. Great, let's do it. Fighting Whittaker, the all-time legend Robert Whittaker, but it's a rematch. So there's pros and cons in fighting any of these three guys. For me, the most important part is fighting the best next guy.
The stare down you guys had in that first presser in Perth was pretty intense, and I saw you were doing an interview. You said that when you do your stare downs, you have to let the other person know with your energy that you're there and you're not taking a step back. So I guess following up from that at the press conference, what are you expecting at that stare down, and then potentially the weigh-ins? Are you imagining it's going to keep progressing as you guys go on and on?
Yeah, I don't know about the weigh-ins or that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking that will happen the way it happens in the moment, and I'll be reacting accordingly. But I think that stare down was a very good indication of what to expect when the fight comes. And yeah, I meant what I said with the energy, feeling that energy. And you know, you can without physically touching somebody, you can make them feel your dominance in terms of who is the alpha. And that's exactly what happened. That's stare down, and that's exactly what will happen on fight night.
If you win this fight, you'll have beaten 3 of the past 4 middleweight champions, the exception being Alex Pereira, who's obviously in a different weight class now. Where do you think this puts you in the hierarchy of all-time middleweights, even though you're just starting your reign here?
Yeah, I mean, if you put it like that, it puts me pretty high, but that's not how I see it. I have a lot of work to do to be considered the greatest, or even close to that conversation. So, you know, for me, this is, like I said, the beginning, and that's how I'll treat it.
When you were a challenger and you were coming up through the ranks, you were consistently winning, but it felt like you were never getting the respect. It felt like every fight was a little bit, the fans were like, oh, this one, well, he'll lose, and then it kind of kept going. I know you don't fight for the internet, you don't fight for their respect, but a victory over Adesanya, who was such a long reigning champion, do you think that stomps out any disrespect?
Don't really know, don't really care. You know, for me, what I care about is winning this fight. You know, this fight is not any bigger to me than any other fight. Every single fight I fight, whether it was my debut, whether it's now, when I step in there, it's the most important fight, and in my mind, the last fight I will ever fight in my life. I'm going out there to win or die trying. Every single fight. So who I fight and what the internet thinks about it, that's got nothing to do with me. What's this? This is all the proof that I need. I don't need some internet troll or some couch potato to tell me whether I'm good or not. This tells me how great I am.
I just wanted to see if you could touch on sort of like your relationship with Eugene and sort of like seeing him just before in the hotel as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I have the world's respect for Eugene. He's, you know, Coach Eugene is, the man is obviously brilliant. You know, look at the pedigree of fighters he's coached. I have all the respect in the world, and myself and Israel's feud has nothing to do with my relationship with them, and that, I think that goes to show on what you call maturity and emotional intelligence. Just because I don't like Israel Adesanya doesn't mean I don't. When we're in a group of friends, I can like everybody, but sometimes there's one guy you just don't like. It's fine. Just ignore them. You know, it's okay. You know, I like Volk. He's one of my all-time favorite fighters. I actually went up to him and told him what a badass I think he is. I mean, this is a long time ago, maybe, you know, months ago, when I met him at the PI. I trained with Volk 10 years ago. I trained before any one of us, any one of that team and myself was even close to the UFC. I trained with Volk, Dan, Hangman, who is one of the most savage fighters in my opinion, one of the toughest, baddest dudes on the planet. And even Kai Kara, France, he was training there too. We've known each other for a long time. We had drinks back then. We were friends, and we always have been. So the fact that myself and Israel doesn't like each other doesn't change the fact that I have mad respect for their whole team and, well, those that I know, and I think they're great people. It's just the fact that we don't like each other doesn't mean anything about how I feel about any of the others.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.